Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a book review on The Pale-Faced Lie, a true story by David Crow. And I'll also show, I got it from Amazon, so I'll show the reviews. He got a lot of reviews on this. It starts with David at 3 years old. It's 1956 and I don't know if you could see him. That's him standing behind his family's car, his dad's car, Mr. Meany. We'll talk about him. David's dad, which is what it's, the story's based on David and his dad. And then, there's a mom and he has a sister and a younger brother, and the dad was mean to them. He was mean to everybody. The dad was just abusive and he was just mean. I could just use that word because I don't want to give the book away. But he told them their whole life that they were Cherokee Indian, 100% Cherokees. They were the best. He told them that the whole time. But they lived on a Navajo reservation, a couple of different ones, maybe a few. They lived in between Arizona and New Mexico, kind of back and forth. His dad was very, he wanted him to be a man early. Like, he treated David like he was already a man, like just the things that he would do to him and what he put him through. So David was bad when he was little because he had no foundation. His mom and dad just weren't there for him. The mom was, I'm going to say she was confused, lost. They might say mental illness in the book or reviews, but she was just confused. They were just mean to her. The dad would put the kids to be against the mom, and they didn't know any better. They were young. He tried to kill her. He wanted her to leave. He'd always leave notes, on the refrigerator or whatever, just, didn't want her there. So it was an older sister, and then it was David, and then they had a little brother, baby brother. And then later, another girl shows up, baby, but the dad didn't like the mom, but they still, here comes another baby girl. Stealing, he just wanted David to do everything bad that he could possibly, whatever you could think of bad, he was trying to get David to do. And then David just thought, that's the way to be, I'm going to impress my dad, so I'm going to do all these things. That's the way I'm supposed to be. And of course it was, unlawful. Most of the things he was doing was unlawful, and his dad just praised him. Like, oh my God, that was so wonderful. So they ended up leaving, I said they were Arizona, New Mexico, back and forth for a while in that area. Then they went to the East Coast and they kind of disappeared. The mom went to work one day, and he had planned it that when she got home from work, they were going to be gone. And they were, the whole family. And he took everything in the house. Every single thing. He had emptied out the refrigerator. I mean, nothing was there. They left her a dirty mattress on the floor in the living room. When she got home from work, that's what she saw. And he had planned it so the next day that the electricity was out, the water was out, he wanted her to leave. So he was mean like that to all the kids, plotting things their whole life, his whole life. Even when they got, David went from his young age to teens to 2030s, his dad was still trying to get him to do unlawful things. And David was always trying to impress his dad, who always told him that they were 100% Cherokee Indian. That'll be, that's in the story. And then before David was born, his dad was in San Quentin prison. And David tells that story in here too. It took me a while to read it. It was, I don't want to say it was sad. It's a true story. It's David just telling his life story. I don't know if I could have did that. But, he's just sharing his life. Like, everybody's life is not perfect. And here's another picture of him on the back, standing by the car. After I read, I'm like that. I get in the books, and especially it's a true story, I feel like I know him. So he's happy now. He's married, he has 2 kids, and he shares all that. So to me, it was a good story, Of course, it's sad. He's telling his life story, whose life is perfect. But in the end, he finds happiness. So that's not ruining the book. So, like I said, I showed you the Amazon reviews right here. He got a lot of reviews on his book. So I think you should read it. I'm only going to share good books that I think are good. And it took me a while to read it because, I don't know, I was feeling, David struggled for a while. He did. But he found himself. He got it together. He put his dad in place eventually. And his sisters and his brother, everybody was, happy. So I'll stop there without ruining it. Hopefully I didn't. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.